It's Saturday, so I'm gonna fire up the smoker and the forge. I got a little piece of scrap. I'm gonna make something I can use with the smoker. What I want to do first is set up the bottle opener portion of this. So I'm going to use a 1-inch slot punch. Now before I go too far, I want to isolate behind this bottle opener just a little bit to narrow that up. That looks pretty good. Now I want to work on the other end, the fork end of it, before I get too excited about this bottle opener. So I'll get the shear out. I'll cut that. Not start a fire on my stump. Now I want to lay out this fork a little bit before it's blazing hot. But I just want to kind of be angled towards the back. Should probably do this cold, but I'm going to brave it. I think that's more or less what I want. I'm a little fat right there. I can always trim this once I'm done, but I want a mass in the center because I'm going to forge that down to bring it out. And then this will obviously get a fuller back here to lengthen this whole thing out. Got to bend these little tabs out of the way, each of the forks. Bend them opposite, if I can. want to forge that down. Now I've bent these little tabs the other way because I was noticing I was making a huge mistake and it was going to probably destroy the project. So I bent those little forks back the other way, and now I can work on the center section and keep going with what I was doing. Okay, I want to put a little curl out on the end and see about bending this down to get it out of the way of the other two forks. Gonna isolate behind the forks real fast. Now I gotta try to get these forged out a little bit. Okay, I've got to bend my little forks down. It's not the steadiest thing in the world. This will probably work a little bit better. Okay, I got to do a little bit of adjusting, but that's pretty close. Now I need to forge down this center section here. What I want to do next is flatten the top of this bottle opener a little bit. Need to adjust it a little bit, but it looks pretty decent. Got to hit it with a ball punch. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm thinking that the handle might need something. So maybe I can just cut it with, not cut it, but hit it with this new fuller I have. And then just kind of do a swooped edge on either side. Maybe do 2 rounds of those. See what happens. Worst that's going to happen is it doesn't look good. Either way, it still works. Now, I didn't forget about this little guy out here. He's got to get rolled around. Now to do some last minute adjusting. Make sure everything's give that a little bit of a turn maybe. Make sure it stands up good. Okay, so the final product is just a little tiny fork, basically. And the reason for this bottom is so that I can hook the grates in the smoker, pull them out, turn it, use right here to push the grates back in. I don't have to touch nothing hot, don't need gloves. It's got a bottle opener on the end. The fullering came out good in the handle. I like the fork end of it. It's not too big, not too small. You can hold any whatever you have in the smoker with it. It's not really for eating, it's just more for stabilizing. And it gives a little kickstand, so it keeps it up off of a smoker. If you're laying it up on top like I like to do, usually leave a fork laying around. Or you can hang it from something, you just have to be careful you don't poke yourself. But these aren't real sharp. But other than that, I think it is perfect. It's exactly what I thought of in my mind. I almost made a mistake whenever I was forging this, bending these either direction. After I folded them flat, it went a lot smoother. But I think it came out really nice. It's got a little bit of a curve in the handle so that this kind of sits flat with it. But I used a beeswax finish on this since this is going into food. I don't like to use anything other than that because I know it's safe. So this was blackened in that. It was just, I just descaled it with a wire wheel and then used beeswax. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'll see you next week.